Alright everyone, so Em's back, all good. She had a decent night last night, decent night's kip, which I think she's been struggling to get while she's been in hospital, obviously. But I think the ward is more a noisy place than what it is in the high dependency unit, from what she was saying. But she's back, she's had a decent night's kip, she's sat down at tea watching YouTube at the minute, as she should be, and just hopefully, fingers crossed, everything. She rests and recuperates quite quickly, and when they get the test results back from the tumour, hopefully there's nothing to worry about there. Still got to wait though. Everything's looking good, but we still don't know for definite until we get them results back. So all I'm going to do this morning is to carry on. I've still got those 3 heads to sort out. I've got 2 in the boiling pot now. The Muntjac and the small little 4-pointer Roebuck. Those are in the boiling now. I'm going to get the others 3 out of the chiller, which I switched off anyway. I just wanted them to defrost fully. Don't want to leave them any longer because they'll end up starting stinking. So I can get these done. I'll put them in a bucket of water and I'll probably boil them up tomorrow, or maybe a bit later on today if I've got a chance. And then I've got a few other bits and bobs that I need to start catching up with. I've got to make a Kydex sheath from an order that come in this weekend. It's for a naked one. I've got the knife sorted. I just need a sheath doing. It's already got a sheath, but it's in black and it needs to be in orange. So I've got to get that done. Sort those bits of leather work out, and then I can get them polished up, cleaned up, and I can get them sent out. Carry on with these knives, and I've got some handles that I need gluing up. You can probably hear something buzzing in the background. That is a stabilising chamber where I'm sorting a pine cone out, where I need to put it with some orange resin, some bright orange, I think they call it orange blaze. And make a handle up for that one, and I've got to sort some laser engraving pattern out for it as well, which I need to send up over to him, which I'll probably do this afternoon because I need to get it done sharpish. But other than that, it's just crack on as usual. Right, I'll see you in a bit, or now, or whatever. There we go, that's them 3 heads sorted. Probably my better 3 heads from last year, but see how they end up coming out. I've got the other 2 boiling away, so I'm just going to leave them. I've had a little bit of a pickle to get as much meat off it as it's going along, but I'll leave them to it for the time being. Next job I want to sort out is getting these bits of leather work done. So I just need to, well, they're stitched up. I need to cut these edges off and sand them, but I still need to stitch that one up. So what I'm going to do first is trim down these edges so they're nice, or bloody flies all over. So get all that sort of sanded down, trim that one up, and I've got to stitch this one, which is the tan one that I should have made anyway, and that just needs stitching straight up so I can get on to doing those. Once I've done them, I need to put the other part of the stud fasteners on. So it's on. Oh, that needs wet forming. I'll wet form that one before I do anything else regarding sticking that on, but I still need to stitch it first. Right, so that's that one sanded. I've only roughly sanded it. It's 36 grit because I just need to get a shape on it so I can stitch it. I'll clean it all up once I've got it stitched, and then I can wet form it. Next thing I need to sort out is just trimming these up. I just take a little bit off the edges just to neaten them up a little bit, and then I'll sand it. To be honest, it's not too bad. I'm quite happy with that. It might be just take like, I don't know, 4 or 5 mil off the edge. Same again, trim the bottom off. Then I need to take corners off of the top of it, and then I can fold it over. Still need to go around with the edging tool just to neaten it all up, re-dye it, then it's ready for furnishing once that's all dried off. So that's those all sanded down. The only thing is to put the stud on, but I'm just going to wait till these all dry out first. I'll burnish that edge, then I think I'll sort that out. Next thing with this one is to wet form, but I'm going to wait again. I'm going to wait till that to dry out. So I'm just going to put them into warming camera for the time being and just leave them there. That's a few more heads sorted. I think I might have boiled them a little bit too long, because I think they went a little bit fragile, a bit too fragile. So I need to glue the nasal bones back onto this muntjac. Like I said, this one's a doe that's going to a friend of mine who was interested about having a skull. I've done the jaws, lost one of the teeth and a couple of the front ones. Fair enough. And my roe, wherever I've put it, I broke half its head. So probably been a bit too overzealous with the pressure washer, but no, that won't glue back together anyway, so nothing to worry about. I'm just going to scrape off a few bits on this front jawline, and then I'm going to get them into some peroxide, get them nice and bright and white. Right, I've got my last 3 heads boiling up for my roe head soup. I'm going to blast them off. I'm going to make sure I only do these for an hour, rather, because I don't want to do them too much. I'll blast them off, and then I'm going to put them in a bucket of cold water overnight, just because I ain't got enough room for bleaching them, and I don't want them to dry out before I bleach them. I don't know if that's a right or wrong thing to do, but I want them to be wet when I bleach them. So I'm going to try that anyway. We'll see how it works tomorrow. But they're in now. I'm going to get it boiling, and then, like I say, time it for an hour and then take them out and try them. If they need a bit longer, I'll put them back in rather than just leave them in for too long. I got sidetracked doing other stuff, and that's why I think I did those other ones. But we'll see what they turn out like. There we go, got my last 3 heads sorted. I think that's a little 4, and these 2 6s. That one, I would say it's not necessarily tall, quite light on it, especially with coronets there, pedicles. But that one's got a bit more purling on. That's a nice little one. Not quite symmetrical, but it's a nice one all the same. So I'll let these, I'm going to put these, like I say, overnight in some cold water just to keep the bone wet, and then I'll bleach them up tomorrow for the following day. Right, last job for today then, wet forming. So I've got this as my form. So this is my pseudo Spartan bipod with the Pro Hunt tack top end on it, and that's got to fit into there. So what I need to do with this now is to soak it in some lukewarm water so it's all nice and supple. Right, so just hold it there. So while they're soaking, these are the 2 little antlers that I got off the buck last year. I mentioned on Saturday's video, I think it was. All little tiny things. There we go. Right, it's it won't quite warm enough water, but it should be all right. Right, form's pushed on the inside, and I'll just give it a bit of a wiggle, just to stretch this little bit of leather. It might be a case that I just have to push it in and take it out every now and again, just so it's. I might even just put it in backwards, then I can work the leather a little bit more just to stretch it. And like so. And what you can do is just give it a bit of a tap. So there we go, and there we go. That's the leather at the top, wet forms to make the square. There we go. So what I'll do now is just I'll leave that for a bit. I might take the form out after a short time just so it doesn't get stuck in there, because it can be a bit awkward to get out. But that's how you wet form the leather, and just leave it to dry. Right, I think that's it for tonight. I've got to do Dad's taxi in a bit, and Em needs a hand washing her hair tonight, because if you know that pink stuff that you get when your dog's not right well and you've got to wash it with a medicated shampoo, basically we've just got that from hospital, so we've got to sort that out. Someone's walking backwards and forwards. It's probably Em when she should be resting up.
But we'll see you tomorrow, guys. Thank you very much. I'll see you.